Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then I'm going to jump right into Skald. Happy Father's Day to everyone. I've had a nice Father's Day myself. Ate some wonderful steak. All right, so Sword Rush, thank you for your links over in the Rumble chat. Horizon Talker. Hello, hello. Herman P. Hunter. Having a few drinks for Father's Day. Horizon Talker. Yes, you should hassle the hedge. Devaney, thank you. Good evening over there. Wrangler, howdy, good to see you. Guilty Gearhead, hello, hello. Jamie T, howdy. Yeah. Oxen W, hello. Yes, Herman, not a difficult bar to clear, unfortunately. Yeah, I got pretty sloshed. Okay. Let's see if I can get. Hey, I was prepared this time. We didn't quadruple boomer the stream this time. All right. I made a new character, played back to the same place. I think I have everything the same except I went with a sword and shield champion instead of um, the two-hander, so I'm not like an exact Sir hits a lot. Yeah, his name is Preston this time. I actually went with Preston. Um, Pulling from another character from another individual's book. Some of them were a little bit more well done than others. They were all very good. Couple porterhouse. I've taken to doing a reverse sear where you put them in the oven until they're like 115 internal. You take them off and you slap them on the grill to get them up to temperature and crisp them up. Double Roland. No, we don't have double Roland anymore. Sorry guys. There can only be one. I didn't want to get into a Highlander situation. I should have gone with Sir Hits a Lot. I kind of blanked on it whenever I made this character again. 50% whiskey. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Hey, Marcos, good to see you. I don't know if I said howdy. Can't get anything on a Sunday. Yeah, I think, Arkansas is like that. It's not a bad thing, but it just takes some getting used to. Yeah, you can finish them in the oven, but apparently people have done tests on them and it doesn't actually make any difference in terms of weight. So you don't lose any, like searing. Everybody's like, you have to sear in the moisture, but people have tested it and there's actually no difference between. Hold on, I just realized I think I still have the desktop muted. So only one boomer moment. People have weighed the steaks, both methods, and apparently makes no difference. And it's honestly a little bit easier to do a reverse sear because all your meat is starting out at the same temperature, irrespective of thickness. So you don't have as much variance there. It's a little bit easier. Yeah, I know. If there's a Preston up ahead, I will kill him out of principle. My game was super early tonight. I hope that's because you crushed it. Hail, Evely. Timo. Good to see both of you. Especially Evely. I had a blast Friday night. Okay, let's see here. And remember, I'm in serious NPR voice mode, so don't say anything funny, Evely. Or Justin. No, you're gonna be Evely Music in my chat. You have to change your YouTube name. I did in fact. In fact, it was such that I woke up and I felt pretty good, and I went, oh Lord. So I went to the store and I got all the necessary potions and tinctures for a rough morning, and then I just kind of eased into it. Okay, so let's see here. The guard scowls somewhat at you. Armsmaster Lyra awaits you at the main entrance. You best talk to her if you've not already done so. Now, this is 2 weeks before our little plunge into the depths. So currently we're sinking to the ocean, bottom of the ocean, and we're having a flashback. I've been using a griddle as well. I think it's good. It's a good way to do things, but charcoal is, I still feel like charcoal's the best. I was gonna say on IronAge Nights you're Big J, but elsewhere, rest in peppers. You will be missed. Yes. All right. So we're gonna go in here. Can I go over here? I can't go over here. Oh. Can I go over here? Oh. Am I supposed to be able to go over here? What is this? A guardsman. The guardsman scowls. Okay. He's scowling at me. All right, fine. Can I go over here? It's over here. Nothing. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Woof. We got a dog. I pet the dog. Alright, only one pet for the dog. I think I pet the dog. Alright, 2 pets. Who's this fella? Oh, he's a character. An aging armored man in the livery of House Baron. I think it's Baron. Baron stands and scowls at you. Eyes like coal peer out from a craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild white hair. Return his challenging stare. The older man crosses his massive arms, step forward, and leans toward you. So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you? Though his voice is full of gravel, there's now a glint in his eye, as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Well, if I recognize him, I'm going to recognize him. A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Kaida may be older and grayer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old. It's good to see some things haven't changed. Kaiden steps back and allows you to breathe again before grabbing you by the shoulders. We heard your father's passing. Truly, he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die? Well, we're gonna say inglorious battle. His eyes narrow. Then the old warrior died a fitting death. Kaiden is quiet for a moment, then breaks into a grin. We'll raise a cup to his name together, you and I, as soon as we're done with Kato, and I can rustle up some ale fit for a guest. Kaiden, why am I here? Master Kato will chew your ear plenty when you see him. Preston. Lyra, the new master at arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you, and don't ask her not to if you think she had a temper. Or if you think I had a temper. The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled house veteran's voice. What are you hiding from me? We'll try it. Well, crud. Alright, I won't betray my master's confidence by saying more. Best you see him yourself. The man offers a smile, but fails to iron out the concerned creases around his eyes. Very well. If you want to explore for old time's sake, take this lantern. And don't be getting lost again. Okay, I get a lantern again? Whatever may come to pass. It did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, boy. The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance, and seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially. My damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the aches. Let me tell you, I'd take an arrow to the leg any day. If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me a happy man. He shifts as if to emphasize his stiff knees. But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first, and I'll be here for later. All right. Yeah, I know, an arrow to the knee. That's kind of what I thought. Hold on, does multi-tree? Yes, there we go. Hello, side showman. Good to see you. Cat O. Yes, I think so. Go easy, you hairy wild pig. All right, so can I... What's this? Nothing. I'm probably just wandering around for no reason, but you know. What's that? Should you be here? Probably not. I guess not. I don't know. Now I'm afraid I'm going to screw something up. All right, another guardsman. Is this the lady? A woman stands before the main entrance of the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No doubt she is the new master at arms for House Baron. As you approach, she offers you a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be respectful. Greetings, Preston. Master Cat O welcomes you back to House Baron. The master is eager to meet with you and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food and then perhaps walk the grounds. And gardens. The maze, why? Okay. This estate was your home for many years, despite the circumstances you left it. Perhaps the master feels it would do you good to revisit some old memories. Or some old ghosts. Perhaps it would. Excellent. Though I'm sure you will still know your way around the grounds. The kitchen is the building to the east, and the gardens and the hedge maze is to the west. Come back and check with me when you've stretched your legs. Okay. Go explore. Oh, wait, who's this? A guard. Can I get past you? Can I go this way? All right, fine. Okay, maybe that one guard will have moved by now. Gotta get some. Okay, I get it. The guy tempts me. He's like, aha. There we go. You enter the kitchen and a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's also much quieter, emptier and gloomier than you remember. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting by the oven, kind, red-faced, tending to a shank of lamb. You remember the matronly woman as she sat, humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasted meat. Child, come here with you, will you? Magda was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Wait, so she is there? She grasps you gently with her tubby hand. Have you eaten yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her aprons and hands it to you. As son to the master at arms for the great House Baron, you did not go wanting. Materially, at least. Thank you. She looks at you with kind eyes as you pick at the bundle. He's here again, down in the cellar. He's not so good, my child. Sleeping now, but it would be best if you got him to bed before his men see him like this again. The knot in your stomach is as real now as you were when you were 12. I'll go get him. Don't worry. He won't make a fuss. He just needs time, you know, Preston. Deep wounds take a long time to heal. The old woman turns back to her meat and resumes the meandering humming. The sound of a man clearing his throat snaps you back out of your reminiscing. May I help you, my lord? The man in a chef's outfit offers a hoarse voice. Yes. You can help me by feeding me. Let's see here. You must be famished. I am. A melted cheese sandwich, and you shall never want for an evening meal as long as you live. Okay. Hatch in the floor over there. Okay. All right. I'm not going to tell him about my little quest. Forgiveness rather than permission here. There we go. Preston Rowland Jr., yes. Hey, Ken B, howdy, howdy. Let's see here. Physical only, that's a hard thing on games, I tell you. I have 2 lanterns now. Empty bottles litter the floor of this room. You chuckle as you imagine the kitchen staff in their wine tasting sessions. No doubt much revelry has taken place here. Then a cool gust of air from the passage to the north. The wine cellar lies that way. You can almost hear a faint sobbing. Ghosts, no doubt. Okay. Wait, is that? Okay. We'll go this way. You're gripped by a long hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. You sealed it away, but in so doing preserved its strength, and now it demands freedom. You can still recall smelling him before you could make his writhing shape on the dim light of the cellar. Mistress Valeria, open the door. Your father doesn't even begin to notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings. How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she? Try to shake some sense into him. Your father bolts upright, his bloodshot eyes glaring out of the darkness. We found her, wandering in the forest outside the east estate, Mistress Valeria. Help him stand. Leaning on you, your father manages to stand. She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was the girl, you know. The seed was planted in Valeria that night, but how could you know? You were but a babe yourself. You helped lead the sobbing man out of the cellar. Stop it, father. Lord Cato trusted me, and I failed him, but Valeria was the one who would pay the price, mind broken and a spawn of a child. Your father's voice seethes with fury. Enough! Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honor as much as your harlot mother? Your father steps away from you, unsteady, tears streaming down his face. I'll give him a whack. Okay, you draw a ragged breath and snap out of the memory. Your knuckles white, you're all alone in the damp cellar and don't particularly feel like dwelling here. Oh. Alright. This Father's Day, we have a not-so-good father in the world of Skald. Aha. What is this? Brandy. Okay, cool. Alright, we got 2 brandy. Ooh. Obviously I want the cheese. Are you kidding me? I'm a cheese fiend. Looks like they got plenty. Just walk around here. Alright, cool. Easy. Off we go. Don't mind me with my 10 wheels of cheese leaving the premises. We are going to save real quick, because I'm not sure if I'm going to stop. I have your medicine. All right. Ha! Some fine foraging, young whelp. Before you can get a word in, Kaiden snatches the bottle, uncorks it, and drinks deeply. The old man, eyes closed in relief, lets out a deep sigh. May your sleep be dreamless, he speaks as if to himself. May your sleep be dreamless. Kaiden smiles sadly, an old soldier's greeting. Something one mercenary would say to another as a prayer not to dwell on painful memories, the kind that comes with the work. Your father and I... He stops and looks at you. Your father and I would always part with these words. Now I've held you long enough. Be on your way. Leave. Okay. One time, my former boyfriend gave me a block of Amish Swiss cheese. Sometimes I still think about that cheese. Well, I certainly hope that Mrs. IronAge does not pine for any cheese from strange men. I don't think she does, but you never know. Can I wander further? think wasn't there. Oh, let's see here. You stand before the gate to the hedge maze. It stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. The sound and smells of the estate grounds, as they were long ago, call to you from distant memory. You feel you could easily plunge into their depths. Let yourself go and remember. Which daydream is it this time? Are you valiantly defending me from rebels again? Embla throws a pine cone at you, snapping you from your reverie. She's 10 years old, and you're a year her senior. Let's play hide and go seek in the maze. I'll hide. You faintly hear someone yell her name in the distance. You better run, Star Child. Only my mother ever calls me that, Embla says, frowning. Where did you hear it from? Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you and runs off into the maze. Give chase. You hear a man's voice yell Embla's name, much closer now. Either way, she's lost you in the winding passages of the hedge maze. Your memory tugs at you, urging you to enter the maze. Isn't there like a meme about, like, enchant a woman by giving her a piece of cheese or something like that? I think I've seen that somewhere. Oh, I forgot that I can just move. There we go. Instead of having to click so much. Hey, I say, I'm quite lost. Well, you're not too bright then. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much crap, because I'm sure I'm about to get lost. Oh, what's this? We got bugs. You stand at the center of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean. The rock at its heart, a windswept island. You found me, daydreamer. You remember the tone in her voice and can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond. Why do you always come here? I like the water. It's so calm. Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You know the faintest tang. Notice the faintest tang of ozone. I'm not really sure how I don't know how they would know what ozone smelled like. But anyway, she makes a slow motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond's surface, where the water and skin meet. Strange colors bleed and spread across the surface. Embla, you'll get in trouble. Stop it. Embla moves her fingers across the water surface like a painter's brush. Colors spill across the pond for a sleeping moment. You fancy that you can see the cloud-topped mountains, or was it the ramparts of an impossibly large city reaching towards the heavens? The silence is shattered by a shout, along with the beguiling images. Mistress Embla, the master requests you in the house immediately. That's my father. Something's wrong. It's mother. She's ill again. I think I cause it. With what I can do, it poisons her mind. How long until your mother isn't mother, or until father isn't lord, and your father isn't master at arms? How long will any of it last? Why are you talking like this? Do you ever feel like everything is a lie? Like there's a veil that covers everything, but in some parts it's thin enough to see through? Embla starts as your father steps breathily into the enclosed garden. He's red-faced from exertion and anger. Young lady, you can't run off like this. The whole estate is looking for you. Your mother is ill and needs you now. I say nothing. Your father shoots you a stern glance. I'll deal with you later. Embla says nothing as your father grabs her by the arm and hauls her past you back into the house. She doesn't meet your eyes as you pass. Finding yourself back in the present, a chill has crept into your bones. You best move on. Interesting. I'm liking the storytelling here. Honestly, it makes me think of some of the stuff I've read from IronAge folks. And it's nice to see that there's a market for a good story-heavy game. Oh man, mascarpone. That sounds really good. Oh, hey, Squishy Banana. I didn't see you earlier. Howdy. Hope you're doing well. Let me read some chat here for just a minute. Yes, that was an amazing. That was one of the best desserts I've ever had. Oh boy, I can just. Well, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? Make gamer cheese? That sounds horrifying. Heavily. Cease this line of questioning immediately if you know what's good for you. Oyster soup. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave that one to you. Okay, all right. Are you ready? Let's go see the master. I'm not gonna act. It would scare me less if you joined me? Question mark. Oh, no, I'm not gonna try and seduce this woman or something. Certainly not in such a fruity way. Very well, if it pleases you, the master is in his office just ahead. And quick note, once you meet with the master, things may move quickly and you may not have another chance to walk the grounds. Yes, I remember the way. That's fine. I suppose you do, but I'll escort you nonetheless. Oh, maybe she does have the hots for me. The opulence has faded, the shadows longer. Clearly much has changed since last time you were here. Try to remember how long it's been. It's been years, perhaps decades since you were here, not since your father was the house arms master, not since. You must have your wits about you, and perhaps now is not the time to dwell on painful memories. All right, we're going to dwell. Not since your father's exile. You were no more than 12 when you were driven from the household. Hard were the years that followed. The mercenary life is bloody and unforgiving. Those years stole your childhood, and eventually they took your father too. But your father had always insisted to his dying breath that his failure had been his own, that he had gotten the fate he deserved. The memories are painful nonetheless. All right. Flanking the doorway are 2 stunning marble statues. Okay. Valeria Baron, Embla Baron. Okay. Vacationing in the countryside. Okay. Okay. All right. Was it ahead and on the right? I don't actually know where I'm going. But I think I'm going to go through there. There we go. Baron sits tall in a tasteful but modest reception room. He looks less imposing than you remember, with a few more crow's feet. Nonetheless, he's lost none of his composure or air of casual authority. You take a seat across a formidable desk from him. This study, like the rest of the villa, is half-lit, giving a morose cast to the opulence. The older man's face creases into a tired but genuine smile, which momentarily lifts some of the room's oppressive mood. It's a mercy to see you again. Your own man, and in your prime. Oh, I see. It's a mercy to see you again. Your own man and in your prime, Cato says, before a frown consumes his smile. It's just a shame our reunion is overshadowed by the fates of those we love, but perhaps together we can improve our collective circumstances. Why have you summoned me? Embla is missing. His voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. I beg you, Preston, help me find my daughter. Help her return home where she belongs. I won't ask why me, that's dumb. What's happened to her? She left without notice a week ago. From the scant clues we had, we believe she boarded a ship bound for one of the outer isles. Idra. She went of her own free will. At the time, I thought little of it. Cato begins to glower. Since then, however, there have been reports. Grave ones. Reports? No one, and no word has left Idra in days. Rumor has it even the Imperial augurs are in the dark. I know not what it is that touches the fate of my daughter, but she must be returned to me, one way or the other. Any idea why she left? Something has been building in her for years, an aptitude of sorts, but I suspect you already knew. In any case, it's grown much stronger lately and drives her in ways I cannot understand. I suspect she is looking for answers. An aptitude of the worst kind, does not spring from the canonical imperial praxis. Instead, it comes from elsewhere. It is the kind the Empire does not suffer to exist. I hope it is only answers that she seeks. But why Idra? Why indeed? There's little on that island save the port of Horend. If Idra was her destination, she must have landed there. Yes, an old imperial port and home to a few hundred whalers, traders, and occasional smuggler. We can only speculate what drew her there, but it is our only lead. And how can I help her? Hire mercenaries, drive to Idra, and begin your search in the port of Horend. From there, I trust you to do what needs to be done. Spare no cost, just bring back my daughter. Mercenaries? Yes. If nothing else, the port will be dangerous enough. That is why I have summoned a Roland Grey-Eye to me, a crude but effective sellsword that I've made good use of before. He shall accompany you on this task. Man is a grizzled veteran. He may have slowed with age, but his experience and reliability more than make up for it. He's also much respected by similar men, and so will be instrumental in hiring a reliable crew. I'll take it into consideration. Cato shows you his turned palms, beseeching. I know this thing I ask of you is fraught with danger, but it is your chance upon improving your fortune and your honor. What say you? I'll do it for my family's name. He smiles, relieved. For a moment, he looks like the man you remember. Have you any final questions to discuss? As it is, I'm sure you appreciate time and stuff the essence. So let's just get on with it. Shake his hand and leave, yeah. All right. Am I under the... Okay. There we go. Slowly, you drag yourself from the cold water onto the relative safety of solid rock. You try and fail to stagger forwards as exhaustion washes over you in a great black wave. Oblivion takes you before you hit the rocky ground. Right, sleepy time. I'm going to read a little bit of some chats here. Brownie Sunday. Man, you guys are talking about... Dang it, I regret reading chat. You guys are talking about delicious things here. I believe I have a dessert coming. Puns are the highest form of literature. Oh, Lord. I'm sure my wife already responded to that favorably. Yeah, this is a very... I mean, this is definitely a very text-heavy intro. I don't know. This kind of thing makes me think that there's more of a market for very narrative-heavy games like this. And it would be super fun to try and put something together. I don't know. You're awoken by the cacophonous cries of gulls circling you. Your body is a mass of pain and exhaustion, covered in 1,000 cuts and scrapes. The large white birds gather around you in eager anticipation. What a magnificent feast your bloated corpse would make. Not today. It looks like I have more than 1 HP left, so I don't know. Anyway, not today. Minutes or perhaps hours pass as you lay unmoving, trying desperately to will some warmth back into your body. This is me on Saturday. Finally, you manage to force your eyes open. By some miracle, you are not only alive, but you find yourself on the shores of the cursed island of Idra. Strewn around you is the wreckage of the Zephyr. You see no other survivors. Lest you find equipment and companions soon, you may have cheated death in vain. Oh boy, I'm a little rough looking. Your character is critically injured. This means you have taken enough damage to reduce both your vitality and wounds. Okay. The green bar under your character portrait represents your vitality. Okay. As long as you have vitality left, you won't take serious wounds. Okay. Vitality is easily lost and easily regained. I like this system a lot. The second purple bar represents your wounds. Losing wounds is much, much more serious than losing vitality. Reaching 0 wounds means that your character falls unconscious. Wounds can only be recovered by resting or leveling up. Okay. Try to avoid that. Alright. Whenever you take wound damage, you gain an injury condition, as indicated by the icon. Okay, no good. Making camp and resting is the surest way to restore an injured character. Note that resting is not possible in every location, so plan accordingly. Oh, great. Okay. Also, rest ends when you find them. Hey, what's that? I spotted something. Gold, buttons, scrimshaw. Obviously, I need all those things. It's over here. Oh. A drinking horn, a fishing hook. Yeah. Oh, good. Wading out of the freezing surf, you lose your footing on the slick stones and fall heavily to the ground. There's a sudden blur of movement in the corner of your eye. Standing above you is a young woman dressed in nautical guild livery. Wet auburn hair clings to her face in the cold wind. Magi's balls. I was sure I was the only one to make it ashore. The woman leaps from the rocks and helps you back to your feet. Looking you up and down, she fetches a wineskin from her belt and offers it to you. The skin is nearly empty, save for a last mouthful of brandy. You drink it down greedily and slowly feel a modicum of warmth creep into your bones. You recognize the young woman's face now. She must have served on the Zephyr. What's your name? Katyana? It's my name. The crew calls me Kat. Or I'd rather they did, I suppose. She looked up and down the beach with a furrowed brow. Listen, you have to get up. We need to get off this beach before you freeze, or worse. Worse? There's something wrong about this place. Can't you feel it? Like a taste in your mouth, and there are beasts, huge sea creatures I ain't never seen before. I saw them dragging the dead crewmen into a cave west of here. At least I hope they were dead. What do you suggest? We need supplies and shelter. There might be salvage they had among the wreckage on the beach. I also think I spotted a chimney of a house just north of the cliffs. A warm fire and some food would go a long way. She offers you her hand and drags you to your feet. Also, as I said, there's a cave west of here, but I think the crabs dragged off most of the corpses. But what if they're not all dead? Might be other survivors like you and me. What's more, there's a chance one of the officers was carrying a seal when the boat sank. If we can find it, the Nautical Guild would give anything to have it returned to them. Seal. Captain's seal. It's a medallion that's carried on every guild vessel. They're not just for show either. They say the seals are forged by the Magi, and that they have secret powers, but I don't know anything about that. All I know is that the guild pays well to have one returned if a ship is ever lost. It's always worn by one of the officers, but I don't think the captain had it with him when the fight broke out. Might have been the first mate was carrying it, and I think he was still alive when the ship sank. So I would say that cave to the west of here is where we should start looking. Are you ready to go? I have some questions first. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So I don't actually. Sailor corpse. Okay, we're gonna loot that. I'm actually going back over here, assuming I don't fall in the water again. So if you find things, you always go the opposite direction first. If you've not already done so, this might be a good time to level up. Okay. All right. Thank you for the reminder. Let's do that. And then, okay, reaches level 2. All right, I'm overcome with a sense of purpose. What do I do here? So I kind of spread things out, I think. Body magic, aura of fear, blessing touch, bears strength. Okay, so I think, well, let me check my inventory. That seems like an important detail. That doesn't look like a hood. That looks like a bag, but okay. Weaving comb. Checkered tunic, okay. Poor arrow. A club. Okay, so I don't think I need to worry about any of that. I'll figure out if I have a sword or a shield first. All right, cat. Who are you? Oh, thievery, huh? Backstabber, increased backstabbing damage. All right, so we'll get that. More stealth. Right. Okay, so I'm just sitting on that until I get more information. All right, there we go. Hand axe. A little scared to. Uh-oh. This guy looks a little shady. Lanky man with skin like sun-dried leather stares slack-jawed at you. He's dressed in rags and has a wide-brimmed hat and a large bundle of scraps slung over his shoulder. Do Basilo's eyes deceive him? More ghosts? Or did the sea spit you back out alive? Not many that lucky. Your eyes fall upon the crude spiked club that hangs on his belt. Who are you? Basilo makes his living picking at what the mother of maelstroms does not swallow. And it's been rich pickings of late, crates and barrels and even the odd fleshy morsel. The man bears a row of blackened teeth and what you assume is a smile. Rich pickings. Listen here, Basilo has a proposal for you. The man smiles in greedy anticipation. Shores bursting with bounty decay. A man can make a fortune when he sets his mind to it. Better yet, no need for Basilo to risk his hide. You seem fit enough, and I've got coin. I'll buy whatever you bring me. Might even have a piece or two you're interested in. Just beware them clippers. Clippers. Crabs and critters and such, growing large and strange this time of year. Get your leg in their clippers and they'll lob it right off. So you best be careful. But not to worry. Basilo's always given them the laugh, even when he was wee. Must have been just as big as back then, though it doesn't feel that way. In any case, we'll see. Man slinks off into the fog. Maybe I'm glad I didn't attack him. Probably. Okay, so I don't want to go too far from the shore. Whoa. Oh no. I think I'll put myself here. Wait a second. I need to switch places. You go here. Okay, we're gonna begin combat. Oh man, I don't even know if she can shoot from this far. Can she shoot? I'm not focus firing here, but oh well. Hey, we got it. Hound ear. Obviously, I need the hound ears. What is this? The body lays broken upon the ground, though it has been gnawed on by the hounds. It seems clear this person fell or jumped from the cliffs above. Okay. He didn't jump with anything on him? That's inconsiderate. Okay, great. Was I supposed to get that before I ran into those hounds? Because that's kind of funny if so. There's a little flame up there. Let's go to the west, go back the other way. Let's go mess with the clippers. What time is it? Almost time. I see that there's puns.
Hang on. I got one for you.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, guys.
Sweet Lord, that's
Can I hear? Looking sharp. babe.
It's not sharp cheddar. Get that away from me. Thank you. I hope you guys are happy. You've probably encouraged this sort of behavior. Oh, we got a big fish skeleton. I spotted something. All right, cool. Yeah, I should probably save. I'm a saving horror. Uh-oh. The stench of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, grotesquely misshapen crustacean horrors feast greedily on the corpses of dead crew members of the Zephyr. Blasted horrors, cat spits through gritted teeth. What manner of force has spawned these creatures? Is that them? Do I see them or not? A shell. Ooh. Okay, so I can't actually go over that way. Alright, so I need to go up here. Blood will flow. Alright, can you... Beat. Injured. Okay, good. Backstab. Okay, cool. A little bit of chitin. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a door. I'm a little... Hold on. Do these nice corpses not leave anything good for us? Let's make camp. So what am I doing here? Okay, continue. Okay, so I need 30 food. Okay, so you just stack things up. All right. Okay. All right, so I got a little training done. Very nice. Team Crab, okay. Eons worth of the sea's ravage upon the land has given birth to this cave. From its depths, a stench of seaweed and rotting fish rises. So foul it is that it feels like some evil entity attempting to force its way through the pores of your skin to the core of your being. All right, toughness 10, try not to vomit. Success, excellent. All right, continue. Stealing your resolve, you manage to calm your breathing. Though the stench persists, you manage to push the image of foul things in the darkness, festering in the spilling entrails of swollen corpses from your mind. You carry on in the darkness. You know. Oh-ho. A cave something? I picked up something. So, is that all? Is that it? Did I really? I think I might have arrested for no freaking reason. Well, whatever. Oh well. So be it. Well, I was hoping for a sword and a shield, or a sword or a shield. But okay, I guess I'll take purple goo. All right. Ooh, a house. So some of these pumpkins are ready to go and others are not. Okay. Small farm is overgrown and derelict. It appears to be abandoned. At one point, you mused, this must have been a quaint place, a good spot to raise a family, perhaps. Suddenly, as if summoned by your very thoughts, the faint but unmistakable sound of a child's laughter is carried on the wind. The sound is oddly distorted, with a strange echoing quality, and for some reason it chills you to your bone. The sound is interrupted by a woman's cry of pain, or perhaps sorrow. Leave, you know. I don't think I'm gonna. Uh-oh. Who's this? A woman sits in the grass ahead of you with the well looming over her. She's emaciated, ragged, and covered in grime. How long has she been sitting there? Days? Weeks? She rocks back and forth, almost catatonic. Then suddenly you hear it again, the clear sound of playful children's laughter. The woman wails. The woman rocks slowly back and forth as she stares blankly at the well in front of her. What happened? It took them, called out to them. I heard it. Funny thing is, I heard it calling with my voice. Oleg and Anja live in the well now. They're calling for me to join them. Can I help? It will never stop. It will multiply until it covers all the lands and all the seas. And when all are dead and bones, the conqueror mold will dress our corpses in black mourning veils. Her voice is flat and monotone, and the strangest words almost seem to come from somewhere else. She lets out a deep sigh. But if I had my children's bones to bury, it would give me some respite. A moment of silence, then the sickening sound of children's laughter once again rises from the well. Am I gonna go in the well? I don't know about that. Definitely gonna get some random plants here. Hey lady, I'll get you the children's bones, and then I am going to leave you totally destitute with no food. Sorry. And I'm gonna look inside your house, see if you don't have a sword. Because I am real interested in a sword. Oh, I could have rested in here. Superior sleeping in the wild. What a dum-dum. Okay, so I can basically pick people. I don't have enough people to pick. I can't make salted fish. Oh, my goodness. Is that a man? Hey, it's our strange fella. Alright, let's trade. So I want a sword. I think that's it. Is this a one-handed or two-handed? A shield? Yeah, I can get rid of the plate and that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to exit. I'm going to save real quick. I'm not really sure what... Yes. I want to make sure that I can actually use that. What are my feats again? Blades accuracy. So... Yeah, okay, let's trade. Alright, it's almost time. Let me do this. Oh, 17. I don't think I should sell any of my food. Or arrows. I do wish that I had a shield. Let me do this. Okay, well, I'm getting closer, I feel like. Okay. All right, well, down the well. Come on, in you go. The well seems ordinary enough until you examine it more closely. A thin layer of slimy black mold seems to cling to its walls, and a heavy odor of filth rises from its depth. You could swear you heard something splash around in the shallow waters. A ladder has been placed in the well shaft, and you could easily descend if you wanted to. I'm going to descend. As you descend deeper into the earthy cave, you realize that the black mold covers most of the walls. Even the air is thick with floating black specks. Here and there, the mold seems to form nodules. Yeah, I'm not going to touch them. Yeah, let's keep moving. Perhaps it's the thickness of the air, the sickly miasmas that fill this part of the cave, but stars flash before your eyes. Cities, no giant alien living structures, almost like the coral that traders from the sea gates sometimes peddle, but so large it almost touches the sky. You see it, the structures themselves writhe with obscene life. Innumerable black worm-like tendrils of black mold cover them. They beckon you. Give in to them, let them take hold. In the sky above you, something massive shifts. Now we're going to keep moving. Off we go. You feel like you're dragged under, and in the crushing blackness, stars flash before your eyes again. Cyclopean edifices of writhing black shapes. An age of worms. You understand now, this is not some alien dream. This is Wardra. This is home. Uh-oh. And you're a high priest, the god regent of a perfect world. And now is its time. The sky sunders. 7 eyes see it. Come, give yourself to it. Uh-oh. Oh, success. Okay, good. Gathering your willpower, you wrest back control of your faculties and forge ahead. On the wall, you spot a festering ganglion of black ichor with 2 small human skulls leering from it. Well, get it. Embedded in his collection of small animal bones, nonetheless, you have no problems identifying 2 complete human skeletons. Grab the bones. One by one, you pry loose the bones from the writhing ganglion. Its motion becomes more and more agitated as you work, and a wave of relief washes over you as the last piece comes loose. Now you must make your way back out of this death trap. Okay. Whoa! The 2 diminutive shapes materialize as if from the very walls themselves. Bodies alive with writhing mold, their blank, idiotic faces stare up at you in grotesque imitation of life. Your blood runs cold as organs that should never shape human voices spill forth the sound of children laughing. The loud shriek escapes from the horrors and the maelstrom of writhing blackness. The 2 pathetic creatures reshape into lean forms that tower over you. They do not intend to let you leave. Alright, I'm going to try and dash past them. Success. Bloop. Feigning left and dashing right, you manage to slip past the mindless creatures, and before they manage to regain their bearings, you have clambered up the ropes and escaped the well. As you flop over the rim of the well and onto the ground, a faint mother escapes from below. Leave. Alright, lady, here you go. I have your children's bones. Marita looks up at you and blinks as if waking from a dream. Without a word, she gingerly takes the small bundle of bones in her arms, as if it was a swaddled infant. She cradles it for a moment and then looks up at you with grateful eyes. She gently strokes your cheek once, and then turns to wander into the fog. You've set her free. Falling to your knees, you retch violently. If it's from the conquering mold or the emotional moment, you can't quite tell. Continue. Kneeling in the grass, you notice a satchel left where Marita was kneeling. You get a feeling it was left there for you. Slowly, you regain your composure and get to your feet. Shambling away from the well, you suddenly stiffen. Did you just hear something? A child's voice, perhaps? Or was it just the wind? Leave. Right, so did I get anything? Okay, good. Ooh, a ring. Oh, a cookbook. I like cookbooks. Not so wild about demon children. Vegetable soup. Farmer's omelet. Okay, cool. All right. Not much of a book, but you know, hey, you take what you can. Let's see if I have enough money for that shield now. Yeah, let's trade. Okay, I do. Probably gonna find the shield here in like 3 minutes. With that, the shield is equipped. I am now a sword and shield champion man. We're going to save there. And call it a night. Let me jump back over to Streamlabs. Again, a happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed Skald. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to. Actually, don't let me know in chat right now, but in a poll. I'll put up a poll in the Discord, um, and Sword Rush, if you wouldn't mind dropping the Discord link again, I'll put a poll up, and we'll see if if I'm going to play Scald or do something else next week. Um, you guys, thank you for hanging out. I always enjoy seeing you guys in chat. I hope that you had a great Sunday, and that's awesome, Marcos. Good, Hardcore Bunny, a good cake. Um, Glad to hear it. Well, hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful Father's Day, especially, and um, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will, I will see you guys next Sunday. But you should definitely check out IronAge Nights this Friday, um, featuring the wonderful talents of Royce, Daniel, and Big J. So uh, I'm sure that they've got a wonderful guest lined up. I will talk to you all next Sunday. Have a good one. I'll talk to you then.